Except where them haters, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
There's a sad story that just came across my desk, and I just have to just report on this. Here's a 10-year-old girl by the name of Micaiah Wilson. Now, she was going out to eat ice cream, okay? That's all she was going to do. And then you had about 4 criminals show up, get up out of a vehicle, and just start shooting up the place. And you'll see on the video that they're not even shooting at a particular person. They're just shooting. Let's roll the clip.
Police knew soon after the shooting the make and model of the vehicle they were looking for because of 2 cameras in the neighborhood. One recorded the shooting, and another captured the men in the car as they were fleeing the scene. A law enforcement source says that car, an Infiniti sedan, was found about 7 o'clock this morning on Brooks Drive in the Suitland District Heights area of Prince George's County.
I don't live that far from there.
We have a story out of Oakland, California. Now, you had a sister by the name of Nia Wilson, 18 years old, got on the BART train with her sister after coming back from a family event. Now, the story, what happened to our young sister, 18-year-old Nia Wilson, was that she was confronted by a rabid devil white supremacist, and this white supremacist sliced her throat, just ambushed her sister. I want you to hear the account of the sister who was actually stabbed.
This is why I train in martial arts.
First clip.
I feel like I didn't feel like I'm supposed to. Little sister was the most sweetest person on this earth. You know? She didn't do nothing to nobody. I didn't do nothing to nobody. For what? I don't know why. We was letting the BART passenger and her child come out from the train so we can enter. By the time my other little sister, she was on train. So we let the woman back up with her stroller. You know, she backed up as we walking on. Then he started attacking. And I looked back, and he was wiping off his knife and stood at the stairs and just looked. And then from there on, I was caring for my sister. I was in shock because I was hurting inside. So I didn't know I was cut, but because I was paying more attention to my little sister. But he just stood there like it was nothing. And he just ran. He fled the scene. But I just wish that it'd be more helpful if we get more security or make the BART more safer, because we don't ride BART like that. She hate BART. She will not sit on BART. She will just stand there. She will not catch BART only if we really have to go somewhere. And that's myself too. As young black women, we shouldn't have to look behind our back 24/7. You know, we should be living freely like everybody else. Why everybody else get to live freely, and we gotta look behind our back every 24/7.
Well, I live a long way from California. That's on the other side of the continent for me, on the other side of the country too. I was going to do these as 2 separate videos, but I decided to do it as one video because these are 2 situations that show that you can literally be minding your own business, not doing anything to bother anybody, and something can happen to you. In these type of situations, well, especially the first one where the little girl got shot in DC, regular martial arts training really can't prepare you for that. And even a 10-year-old. There's nothing that's going to really prepare somebody for that situation, or the situation that happened in Oakland, California, where those were 2 women that were murdered. One was 18 years old. She was murdered by a racist white supremacist. I'm saying it was a racial hate crime until proven otherwise. She and her sister were standing on the train, on the BART train, minding their business, and somebody just decides to come up and stab both of them. Your regular martial arts training doesn't really address things like that directly. What does address situations like those are awareness. hopefully you could learn to be aware, learn how to spot the warning signs of people that are up to them. The only thing I can tell you, if you're looking for an approach, a technique for a drive-by, it looks to me like when people are about to shoot, they may kind of slow down a little bit and then slowly wind down the window before they start shooting. So if you see a car driving kind of a little too slow, you need to look around and make sure nothing happened. Isn't that what you're saying? Yeah, he's actually been through a couple of those. I'm not going to say who it is. But anyway, so if you see a car slowing down all of a sudden, there's no reason for it to, and it's not like somebody sticking their head out the window going, hey, excuse me, can you tell me? Then they're probably up to something. But what type of thing is that for a 10-year-old to have to deal with? So in my class, if I go over scenarios and situations like that, don't think that I'm telling your 10-year-old that because I'm some kind of evil monster. I'm telling your 10-year-old that because people will start shooting. They don't care if there are children out there. And if I tell you, my 10-year-olds, even adult students, that you need to look around every once in a while, and if I tell you that public transportation is dangerous, and I tell you to go to rateyourrisk.org, and that website will also tell you why public transportation is dangerous. I'm not being paranoid. I'm not just throwing this stuff out here. Cecil's not just being cynical. It's because you can literally be minding your own business, and somebody can come up and do something to severely injure you or take your life. So, having said all that, martial arts training will not help you with that directly, but it can help you with that indirectly, because I believe that doing the forms and becoming more sensitive and in tune with yourself will help you become more in tune with your environment and with other people. And all of that having been said, still practicing tenets of courtesy, especially with other people, will make it less likely that something can happen to you. But there is no guarantee. Because I don't see how a 10-year-old girl could have racked up enough negative karma to warrant somebody making her a target of a drive-by shooting. She was a bystander, a true victim, because they shouldn't have been going after her. I'm sure they were going after someone else, and she's an innocent. And also, those two women who were catching the BART train are true innocents because they were minding their own business. They were catching the train. And unfortunately, they got distracted for a second by letting someone else on the train, trying to be nice, and then they get stabbed by somebody who's hateful, evil, and violent. So we live in a world that's just out there. We live in a world that's got people in it that have problems. The only thing you can do is look around. That young lady, God bless her, she said that, she should be able to live free and not have to look around. But unfortunately, ma'am, I hate to tell you, the rest of us who are not young black women, a lot of us are doing like this too. Because you just don't know what can happen. Now, one thing I will say, I do like her idea of more security on the BART. Public transport, I've only taken public transportation maybe like 5 different states. Every place I've gone, DC, New York, Georgia, North, South Carolina, I've always felt like they could use a little more security, in my opinion. So, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. Please share this with people who have to deal with situations like this. These times, they are becoming extremely turbulent, and we have to be on guard. We have to have our neck on swivel, because we can't depend on security and police to do everything for us. That's why we should do as much as we can for ourselves. That means taking martial arts classes. If you can get a concealed carry, get a concealed carry, in my opinion. You know why I don't have one if you watch my videos. And learn about awareness and avoidance and try to be more aware. And God be with these victims, these true innocent victims of the most uninnocent evil. Peace.